Hi YouTube viewers, welcome back to another video on Excel. I am Manoj Joseph and in this video I'll take you through a basic element in Excel which most of us use in our day-to-day working file. So let's get started. So cell reference. Referring a cell is called a cell reference. And now let's see how many types we have in cell reference. So I'll just go to the Excel for easy reference and now cell reference are of four types. One is the relative reference. Relative reference is nothing but if I just select a cell, we can find it's A3. This is called relative reference. There are another types where it's absolute reference, column constant and row constants. Column constant and row constants comes under the mixed reference. So if I just refer a cell and if I just click on F4, this turns into dollar symbol for column and row. So this is called absolute reference. And again, if I just go refer a cell and F4 and another F4, this is called column constant where row constant where the row is fixed and the column is dynamic. So it will change whenever you just copy and paste it. And the last one is I refer and then click on F4, 1, 2 and 3. This is called column constant. So column constant, this is where your column is getting fixed and your the row changes. Now why is cell reference more important? I'll take you through a scenario what we went through last week. So this is on the index and match video. So we've already add the output here, you can find here. Okay, but here we have used only the relative reference. Let's see what happens if I just copy this and paste it in the next cell. It immediately shows me not applicable, but ultimately there should be an output for the AR balance. But I don't get why. Because when we made this formula, we just referred a cell. We didn't go with the logic of whether we have to use the absolute reference or relative reference or any column or row constant. So let's tweak this formula to make sure that it is dynamic. So in this case, index is my output. So I just refer a column. So let me just freeze it, and K9 is something in my search criteria where again this is again fixed one where it doesn't change. So I'm just going to freeze it again and making it absolute reference. And B column, B is nothing but where my search criteria applies. So again I'll just freeze it. Now I just did some change here. What I do, I just copy this and paste it here. It gives me the output, but it is not relevant for AR balance. So again I just tweet it stating instead of referring A column, I just want to refer F column. So I just make it like F, I just change it to F, enter, and here you have the output. So this is why cell reference is more important. So let me just take you through a simple scenario here. Here I have price and quantity. So this is my price and this is my quantity. Now what we need to do is only one formula we have to make with cell reference, and that formula we have to copy and paste it in the other columns so that it should be dynamic and we should not change any formula in that. Okay, so the formula works like this multiplied by this. Typically I've used relative reference. What I do, I just copy it and paste it here, and if I just go here, what happens, this refers this, but ultimately this should be like multiplication of these two cells. So how to be good, I'll just remove this. Now if you see this, I'll just remove this. If you see this, the quantity is in row wise. So if you take this, this is C8, D8, E8 and F8. So here which is constant? Fixed one is row. So in this cell, this is C8. C8 is here. So I'm just freezing 8. I'm using row constant here. And if you see in this price column, sorry, quantity column, it is B9, B10, B11 and B12. So B is fixed. So I'm just freezing B. Enter. Just copy, paste it everywhere. Now let me just go to the last cell, F2, and here you can find it is exactly referring the cells. So this is about cell reference. Comment below on this video for any suggestions and clarification. See you soon on another video in Excel. Thank you. Bye.